The call came on a Tuesday, 3 weeks before my MIT graduation. "Honey, we need to talk about graduation," my mother said. That tone, the one that meant she'd already made a decision and was preparing me to accept it. "What about it?" "Well, it's the same weekend as Lily's regional ballet competition finals. She's been training for months, and if she places, she gets the scholarship to the academy in New York." I waited. "Your father and I discussed it, and we think you'll understand that we need to be there for your sister. This is a huge opportunity for her." "Mom, it's my graduation from MIT." "Honey, you're graduating, that's wonderful, but it's just a ceremony. You're already accomplished. Lily needs our support right now for her future." "Just a ceremony. You know what I mean. You'll walk across a stage, get a piece of paper you already earned. Lily's entire career depends on this competition." "My entire family will be at MIT graduation. Grandparents, aunts, uncles, cousins, everyone except you and Dad. We're very proud of you, sweetheart, but Lily needs us more." I sat in my dorm room, phone in hand, and felt something crystallize inside me. "Okay," I said. "Oh, thank you for understanding. We knew you'd..." "Don't come to anything else either. No job celebrations, no wedding, no future children's births. If my MIT graduation from the #1 engineering program in the country isn't important enough, nothing else will be." "Alexandra, don't be dramatic." I hung up. What my parents didn't know, I wasn't being dramatic. I was drawing a line. And 5 years later, they'd discover exactly what they'd chosen when they picked a regional ballet recital over my MIT graduation. Before I tell you what happened at that award ceremony, let me ask, if your parents missed your biggest achievement for your sibling's minor event, would you forgive them? Or would you let them face every consequence of that choice? Drop a comment. Because what they didn't know was that just a ceremony was about to change everything. My name is Alexandra, a robotics engineer, and I've spent my entire life being invisible next to my younger sister Lily's spotlight. Lily is 23, professional ballet dancer, beautiful, graceful, living my parents' dream. I'm the daughter who liked math. Growing up meant understanding that my accomplishments were nice, while Lily's were extraordinary. Age 10. Me. Won regional science fair. Placed second in state. Parents. "That's wonderful, honey." Couldn't attend, had Lily's recital. Lily. Performed in the Nutcracker ensemble. Parents. Front row. Brought flowers. Cried. Took 200 photos. Age 14. Me. Accepted to prestigious STEM program. Full scholarship plus research stipend. Parents. "We're proud, but we can't drive you. Lily has rehearsal." Lily. Lead role in Swan Lake. Parents. Threw a party, invited the entire neighborhood. Age 17. Me. Accepted to MIT, full ride plus research stipend. Parents. "That's amazing. We'll visit sometime." Lily. Accepted to competitive ballet academy. Parents. Helped her move, stayed a week, cried at drop-off. Age 22. Me. Graduated MIT with highest honors, 4.0 GPA, 3 patent applications pending. Parents. At Lily's regional ballet competition in Ohio. Lily. Placed 4th. Didn't get the scholarship. Different daughters. Different priorities. May 2019. MIT graduation. I walked across that stage in my cap and gown, received my diploma in mechanical engineering with computer science, graduated with highest honors, had 3 job offers from top tech companies, had 2 patent applications already approved, was the youngest in my graduating class to have published research in Nature Robotics, and my parents weren't there. But you know who was? My grandmother. My mother's mother, who'd always secretly thought my parents' favoritism was shameful. She was 78 years old. She took a 6-hour flight from Seattle alone, sat in the front row, cried when I walked across the stage. After the ceremony, she took me to dinner. "Your parents are fools," she said simply, and I'm ashamed of my daughter. Grandma! No, what they did is unforgivable. This is MIT, Alexandra. This is the achievement of a lifetime. And they chose a regional competition that Lily didn't even win? I was crying then, had been holding it in all day. I'm so proud of you, Grandma said, and I want you to know, whatever happens with your parents, you have me, always. That night, I posted one photo on Instagram. Me in my cap and gown holding my diploma. Caption: MIT graduate. Grateful for everyone who showed up today. My parents called within an hour. We saw your post. That's passive-aggressive, Alexandra. Is it? I was thanking the people who came. We explained why we couldn't be there. I'm aware. Lily's competition was more important than my MIT graduation. Don't twist it like that. How should I twist it? You chose her regional competition over my once-in-a-lifetime achievement. Those are just facts. We're proud of you. You're proud when it's convenient, when it doesn't interfere with Lily's schedule. I'm done pretending that's enough. I hung up. And I meant it. Over the next 5 years, they missed my 23rd birthday, Lily's showcase, my first day at Google, Lily's audition, my promotion to senior engineer, Lily's performance, my move to San Francisco, Lily's move to New York, they helped her. My 25th birthday, Lily's birthday was the same week, they chose hers. My engagement, I didn't tell them. My wedding, I didn't invite them. Each time the excuse was the same. Lily needs us right now. You understand, right? You're doing so well, you don't need us there. I stopped needing them at all. Meanwhile, my career exploded. Year 1, post-MIT, senior engineer at Google, $180K. Year 2, led AI robotics team, promoted, $240K. Year 3, 3 more patents approved, speaking at conferences. Year 4, recruited by autonomous vehicle startup, $320K plus equity. Year 5, promoted to VP of engineering, company valued at $2 billion, equity worth $8 million. I got married to Tom, a software architect. Small ceremony, 30 people. My grandmother was there. My parents learned about it through Facebook. I bought a house in Palo Alto, $2.3 million. My parents learned about it when my aunt mentioned it. I was building an extraordinary life, and they weren't part of it. 5 years after graduation, I received a notification. Forbes 30 Under 30 technology category. I'd been selected for my work in AI-assisted robotics for accessibility, developing affordable prosthetic limbs with neural integration. The award ceremony was in New York. Black tie, 500 people. Media coverage, Forbes photo shoot, profile feature. I didn't tell my parents, but my grandmother did. She called them, told them about the award, about the ceremony. Your daughter is being recognized as one of the most influential young people in technology. You should be there. My mother called me for the first time in 8 months. Alexandra, we heard about Forbes. That's incredible. Thanks. When is the ceremony? We'd love to come. Why? What do you mean, why? You're our daughter. We want to celebrate with you. You didn't come to MIT graduation. Why would you come to this? That was different. Lily needed... I don't care what Lily needed. You made your choice 5 years ago. Live with it. Alexander, you're being unreasonable. This is a huge achievement. We want to support you. Now you want to support me. When it's Forbes, when it's prestigious, when people will see you there and think you're good parents. Silence. You don't get to show up for the highlight reel after skipping the foundation. The answer is no. I hung up. But my grandmother called back. Alexandra, I know you're hurt, but I think you should let them come. Grandma, not for them, for you. Let them come and let them see exactly who you've become without them. Let them see what they missed. I thought about it. On one condition, I said. If they come, I get to say what I want at that microphone, no matter what. Deal. Forbes 30 Under 30 ceremony, Manhattan, Plaza Hotel. I wore a custom black gown, Tom in a tux beside me, my grandmother in the front row. And in the back of the ballroom, my parents. I told them they could come, didn't tell them where to sit. They'd shown up in their best clothes, expecting to be at the family table. Security had their names. Reserved seating in the back, please. I watched them realize they weren't VIPs in my life anymore. The ceremony began. Speeches, videos, award presentations. Technology category. Alexandra Morrison, VP of Engineering at Neuralink Robotics. Her revolutionary work in affordable neural prosthetics has changed accessibility technology forever. The video played. My research, my patents, my team, testimonials from people using our prosthetics. A 7-year-old girl taking her first steps with our prosthetic leg, crying with joy. A veteran holding his child for the first time with our prosthetic arm. The crowd stood, applauded. I walked to the stage, accepted the Crystal Award, stood at the microphone, looked out at 500 people, found my parents in the back.
Thank you. This award means everything to me. 5 years ago, I graduated from MIT. It was the culmination of 4 years of relentless work, sleepless nights, and breakthrough research that would eventually lead to the technology we've developed at Neuralink. My grandmother flew 6 hours to be there, alone, at 78 years old. My parents didn't come. They were at my sister's regional ballet competition. She placed 4th. She didn't get the scholarship she was competing for. But her competition was more important than my graduation. I was told it was just a ceremony, that I was already accomplished, that my sister needed them more. So I learned an important lesson that day. Show up for yourself, because not everyone will. Over the past 5 years, I've built a career I'm proud of. I've married an incredible man. I've bought a home. I've developed technology that's changing lives. My parents learned about most of these things through social media or extended family, because after they missed MIT graduation, I stopped inviting them to my life. They're here tonight, in the back, because my grandmother convinced me to let them come. Not because they deserve to be here, but because they deserve to see what they missed. I looked directly at them. Mom, Dad, I want you to know this award is the result of the foundation laid at MIT. The education you didn't think was worth showing up for, just a ceremony that was actually the beginning of everything I've accomplished. You missed it because you thought my achievements were inevitable, automatic, not worth celebrating because I was already accomplished. But every person in this room tonight showed up for someone, celebrated someone, supported someone at their important moments. That's what builds success, not talent, not intelligence, but people who show up. You didn't show up, so you don't get to share this moment now. This award is dedicated to my grandmother, who took a 6-hour flight alone at 78 to watch me graduate, who called me every week for 5 years to ask about my work, who believed in me when it wasn't convenient. And to Tom, who proposed to me in our lab, who thinks my prosthetic arm research is sexy, and who's been to every single one of my presentations, even when he doesn't understand the technical details. Thank you to everyone who showed up, and to those who didn't, I hope you're proud of your choice. I held up the award, because this is what you get when you show up. You get to share the joy. And when you don't show up, you just get to watch from the back row and wonder what could have been different. I walked off stage to a standing ovation. My parents were crying. I didn't go to them. After the ceremony, my parents tried to approach me. Security stopped them. I'd given specific instructions. My mother was crying, "Alexandra, please, we need to talk." No, we don't. We made a mistake. You made a choice, and I've made mine. You can watch my life from a distance, but you're not part of it. We're your parents. I'm the people who taught me that I have to show up for myself because no one else will. Thank you for that lesson. It's made me incredibly successful. My father spoke for the first time. "We're sorry. We should have been there." "Yes, you should have. 5 years ago, when it mattered." "Can't we fix this?" my mother begged. "No, because you're not sorry you hurt me. You're sorry it had consequences. You're sorry you're not in the Forbes photos. You're sorry people know you weren't there. But you're not sorry enough to have shown up to anything else in 5 years. You've missed every important moment because you were busy with Lily. And now that Lily's career has plateaued and mine has skyrocketed, suddenly you want access to my success." The answer is no. I walked away. Tom and my grandmother followed. My parents stood in the ballroom and watched me leave. Week 1. The article. Forbes published the article. My story, my speech, everything. The headline: Forbes 30 Under 30 winner calls out parents who skipped MIT graduation. Show up for people when it matters. It went viral. 3 million views in 48 hours. Comments flooded in. My parents did the same thing. Sibling favoritism is so real. She's not wrong. They wanted the spotlight without doing the work. My parents' friends saw it. Their church saw it. My extended family saw it. Week 2, the extended family. My aunt called. "Alexandra, your mother is devastated." Good. That's harsh. Is it? She devastated me 5 years ago. I'm just letting her experience what she caused. She's your mother. She made a mistake. She made a choice. Every time. For 5 years. She chose Lily over and over. Now she gets to live with it. Week 3. Lily. My sister called for the first time in 2 years. "Alex, you need to apologize to Mom and Dad." "Excuse me?" "Your speech, the article, you embarrassed them. Their friends are asking questions. They're mortified." "Lily, they missed my MIT graduation for your competition, which you lost." "That's not fair." "It's accurate. I got a full ride to MIT, graduated with highest honors, had patents pending, and they chose your 4th place finish over my once-in-a-lifetime ceremony. They were supporting me. They were enabling you and ignoring me, and I'm done pretending that's normal." "You're being selfish." "No, I'm being honest. They made a choice. I made a consequence, and you benefited from their favoritism for 23 years, so you don't get to lecture me about fairness." I hung up. The Forbes recognition changed everything. Career? Company went public. My equity, 24 million. Recruited to Apple's robotics division? Declined. Started my own company, Morrison Adaptive Technologies. Raised 50 million Series A funding, hired a team of 40 engineers, and developed next-gen prosthetics that cost 1/10 the price of competitors. Personal? Tom and I bought a larger house, 4.5 million in Atherton. Pregnant with our first child, a daughter. Grandmother moved to California to be near us. We bought her a cottage on our property. Became godmother to my best friend's daughter. Published memoir about being the other daughter, NYT bestseller. My parents learned about all of this through Forbes, TechCrunch, and family. They were never invited to participate.
6 months ago, my mother sent a letter. "Alexandra, I've been in therapy for a year, trying to understand why I prioritized Lily the way I did, why I made you feel invisible. My therapist says I was living vicariously through Lily's ballet career, the one I never had. That I saw you as already successful, so I focused on the child I thought needed more help. I was wrong. Deeply, unforgivably wrong. Missing your graduation was the biggest mistake of my life. Watching from the back of that ballroom, hearing you dedicate your success to Grandma and Tom while excluding us, I finally understood what I'd done. I stole your moments because I thought you'd have others. I didn't realize that there's only one MIT graduation, one Forbes award, one first home, one wedding. I can't undo the past 5 years. I can't give you back the moments I missed. But I'm asking, can I be there for the future? For your daughter? for whatever comes next. I know I don't deserve it, but I'm asking anyway. I'm so sorry. Mom. I read it 3 times. Then I wrote back, Mom, I appreciate the apology. I believe you're in therapy. I believe you have regrets. But I don't forgive you. Not because I'm holding a grudge, but because forgiveness implies I'm ready to let you back into my life. I'm not. You didn't just miss graduation. You missed everything. And each time the excuse was that I didn't need you because I was already successful. But everyone needs their parents at important moments. And you taught me that I couldn't count on you to show up. So I learned to build a life without you in it. My daughter will have one set of grandparents who show up consistently, Tom's parents, and she'll have a great-grandmother who flew 6 hours alone at 78 to watch me graduate. You and Dad can watch her life through Facebook, like you watched mine. Maybe in another 5 years we can talk about rebuilding, but right now, I'm protecting my peace and my daughter from people who only show up when it's convenient or prestigious. I hope therapy helps you. I hope you're better for Lily, who still needs you. But I don't need you anymore. I built a life that works without you in it. Alexandra. Last month, I gave birth to my daughter, Emma Rose Morrison. She's perfect, healthy, has Tom's eyes and my determination already. My parents learned about her birth through my aunt. They sent a gift. I donated it unopened. They asked to visit. I said no. They asked for FaceTime. I said no. They asked for a photo. I sent one. Emma with her great-grandmother. Caption: 4 generations. The ones who show up. Yesterday, Tom asked, "Do you think you'll ever let them meet her?" I thought about it. Maybe when she's old enough to understand why her grandparents weren't there for the important things. When I can explain that love isn't just claiming someone, it's showing up consistently, even when it's inconvenient. When she's old enough to understand that I'm not keeping them away to be cruel. I'm keeping them away because they taught me that I'm only important when it doesn't interfere with their priorities. And I won't let her learn that lesson. Tom nodded. Then we wait. Then we wait. My parents made a choice. They chose Lily's 4th place regional ballet competition over my MIT graduation. And they've spent 5 years watching from a distance while I built everything they're not part of. They're sorry now, because they missed the Forbes Award, the book deal, the company IPO, the granddaughter. But they're not sorry enough, because if they were, they would have shown up somewhere in those 5 years. To a birthday, a promotion announcement, a housewarming, anything. They didn't. So, they don't get to show up now. Show up for people when it matters. Not when it's convenient, not when it's prestigious, when it matters. Because just a ceremony is never just a ceremony. It's a message about what you value. And they valued my sister's mediocre performance over my extraordinary achievement. So now they get to watch my extraordinary life from the back row. Forever. If this story hit you, drop a comment. Have you been the child who didn't need support because you were already successful? The one who was told to understand while your sibling got everything? Share this with someone who needs permission to stop forgiving people who only show up when it benefits them. Subscribe for more stories about people who built beautiful lives without the people who should have been there. Because family is who shows up, not who shares your DNA.